I think it's a very good sign when the traditional established infrastructure is short something or skeptical of something, because it should be what is the trail of breadcrumbs that a smart, introspective, intellectually curious investor says, oh, I should pay attention. And when one goes in and actually reads and understands the technical logic around Bitcoin and the actual fundamental product that it's creating and the value that it offers, at the end of the day, here's what you have to believe, which is that in a world of autocracy, currency curbs, quantitative easing, all forms of central bank created or implemented value destruction, you need a fundamentally distributed store of value. Bitcoin is the only one. And so to the extent that you want to put your hands in the hands of 7 to 11 central bankers across numerous countries to basically drive the logical functioning of capital markets, go ahead.
When the CEO, though, of a systemically important financial institution, which is like a designation we use for, I don't know, a JP Morgan,
sure.
Says something like there'll be a government crackdown, is that a prediction or is that a warning? Or both? Meaning, like, you have to think about that.
It's at most a hope, and it's probably just a random statement that probably doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, to be completely honest.
You don't think IRS and Treasury could one day rip 50% of the market cap out of crypto just by coming out and saying, you know what, we want to know who's buying and selling, who's making money, where it's going, we want to get more involved? You don't think that takes some of the allure out of having this thing out there completely unchecked, which it is right now?
The answer to that question is only possible if you knew where to go to ask the question. And this is my point. Bitcoin does not exist as a company. It is not an entity that is controlled by a handful of people other than a distributed set of coders, half of which are known, but many of which are anonymous. And so this is my point, is that it is uncontrollable. It has already been a thing in which the genie has been let out of the bottle. You cannot get it back in. And so the IRS has no place to go to. Now, what could they do? They could implement all kinds of very difficult ways in which you deal with, exchanging it, treating it like an asset.
They could shut the exchanges down tomorrow if they wanted to.
No, it'll just happen like it did before.